When you see us at the newsstands, you should know something is about to happen. And what is it? It's your number one newspaper review program by standards at newsstands on Flip TV with Michael Adekunle. All right, today's edition of this program, we have the Daily Sun newspaper and the Nation taking the nation on vital, very, very, very vital stories. Let's quickly move down to what we have on the front page of Daily Sun newspaper. Court stops electricity tariff hike. Tinubu opens up on third term for Buhari zoning. Tinubu opens up on third term for Buhari zoning. Says it's too late to, says it's too early to decide on zoning of presidency. Says it's too early to decide on zoning of presidency. Moving on to another story here on the front page of the Daily Sun newspaper. IPOB Masob orders in unity in Biafra struggle, says Uwazurike. IPOB Masob orders in unity in Biafra struggle, says Uwazurike. Moving down to other stories here on still the same dailies. Edo Assembly crisis. Court stops INEC government from conducting by elections. Court stops INEC government from conducting by elections. Boko Haram attacks army commanders. Convoy kills driver. Boko Haram attacks army commanders. Convoy kills driver. Borno governor stops soldiers from evacuating two communities as army investigates personnel over alleged extortion. All right, down the paper we have another story here. Rerun elections in 11 states. There must be free fair polls, Buhari tells INEC police. All right. Presidency can fight over terrorism. Presidency and Christianization of Nigeria fight over terrorism. You are working for terrorists, government tells Christian body. We will talk about insecurity until situation improves. That's what Khan is saying. We will talk about insecurity until situation improves, says Christian Association of Nigeria. All right, let's move down to another daily here, which is the Nation newspaper. Was the Nation telling the nation at the newsstand this morning? Okay, 2023 succession talks now unnecessary, says Tinubu. 2023 succession talks now unnecessary, says Tinubu. All right, let's see what Tinubu is saying here. Let's read it. We have a story here. Of course, relentlessness of politics is going to be there, but any lover of this country will not talk about succession plan yet. That's the truth. Yes, politics is intoxicating, it's flamboyant, it's interesting. We have to relax and show concern for the people of the country. That is what Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, has said at the newsstand. It's on the front page of the Nation newspaper. Buhari has the character to refuse third term in office, says Tinubu. Buhari has the character to refuse third term in office, says Tinubu. Okay, on top of the paper, we have three stories here. Police restrict parents as medics give bloody. Police restrict parents as medics give blood to baby. Police restrict parents as medics give blood to baby. That's one story here. Let's move on to another story. Probe stops rebellion of LASU students. Probe stops rebellion of LASU students. Mates disappointed. All right, the last story on the front page of this journal. Kwara states action on Saraki's land. Kwara states action on Saraki's land. President urges truce. All right, these are the stories we have on the front pages of the Nation and the Daily Sun newspaper. Of course, you know our reviewers have the set to express their opinions on this platform. Still by Standards at News Ends on Flip TV. Let's quickly join them. I'll be right back. Now, we don't know if he's persuading the president to pick him as successor. But Tinubu has come out that talks about picking successor is not necessary for now. That what matters the most is the citizen of this country. Now, that's it. Now, looking at what Tinubu has said, do you think this is justifiable?
That is not necessary for...
Yeah.
They're talking about 2023 is not...
It's too
it's
early.
unnecessary distraction.
Yeah.
I think for me it is early and it is not too early. You know why? In Nigeria, in Nigeria, once they finish the last election, the following day we start talking of the next.
Start planning.
Yes, start planning.
Okay.
So it's always like that in Nigeria. That's part of our political culture.
Okay.
But at the same time, 2023 is still far away. About 3 years to go. But it's even 2 years to go. 2021, 22. We just have 2 years. We just have 2 years. So I believe that people should talk about it in order to to make sure the citizens are conscious about what is to take place. So they will not align with the system. Because when you don't talk of something, when you keep it in secrecy, then it may implode and it may cause some damages to the political system. So as far as I'm concerned, I want people, because the president is supposed to be zoned to the south, really, following the
Southeast or southwest?
the skewed political system like that is skewed. They have to the north, the south, and so on. It can be zoned to southwest, southeast, south, wherever, provided it is south. The next president, I believe in my mind, should come for equity. The south, yes, should come from the south. You see, so when we are talking
Southwest or southeast?
for me, the south have got Jonathan very recently.
Okay.
So you should go to southeast because the southeast have been so.
They are hungry.
Yeah, they are very good since the democracy has started. They have not tasted the presidency. South have tasted, southwest have tasted, north have tasted. So I believe that for equity, you should go to southeast.
You're a Yoruba man.
Yes, I want you to go to southeast. I want to go because I want the southeasterners to feel, although politically southeast are not, I may not say they are not politically, conscious, but I believe we can give it to them in order to create room for equity and justice, political justice. Yes, go to the southeast. And so they should talk about 2023. Why not? We should be talking about it in order to sanitize the citizens.
And don't you think this should be eating the polity?
No, it will not hit the polity. It will not hit it because why? Nigerians are dynamic and we are homogeneous, different culture, tradition, languages, and so when somebody talk from Kogi, another person will quarrel, we counter, just like that. So it will make the system to look. Look at America. They have started campaigning since last year, and then since 2 years ago, and the election is this year. So it's the same thing. Because we borrow this democracy from them, and so they can be good to talk about it.
Tinubu. Now, Tinubu has said it all. And you made a statement now. You said he wants, does he think he loves Buhari more than Nigerians?
Yeah.
Now, why did you say so, sir?
I say so because right from the beginning, we have been playing hypocritical politics. We have been playing hypocritical. If you yourself, you know, and you have been following the political trench of this country, we are not sincere. And know that in any rumor, any bit of rumor, there must be a truth out of it.
An atom of truth.
Atom of truth out of it.
Okay.
Right from the beginning. Even personally, when the issue of Tinubu to contest in 2023, it has been long, which about 2 months ago, that Tinubu coming out to contest in 2023, there must be a problem. And I personally told people that there will be a clash between Tinubu, even though the clash will not come out openly. It will be a cold clash between Tinubu and the vice president.
And the vice president?
Yes.
Or Shibaji?
Yes, I say it personally. Nobody carry it, no press carry it. But after 1 week, press carry what I said exactly. That Tinubu will come out and he will clash with the vice president, which is Usipanjo, which come what may, either psychologically or openly, he must nurture interest to contest as a president, being the vice president right now. Because anybody like deputy governor or vice president or any deputy person in any section,
in
command, must have interest to be number one. Come what may, either psychologically or spiritually or whatever. I say it within 2-3 days. Press card, it has said exactly what I said. I'm telling you, because I follow the political trench of this country.
Okay.
Even yourself, if you follow anybody that follow the political trench of any country or his country, must make a judgment, and that judgment of events right now must link. Before you give a judgment right now, you must link what happened in the past to the events that will give the future, and that future will be exactly what they can even discuss in the National Assembly. Making the statement to Buhari, try to advising Buhari to contest for third term, because he himself knows the Northerners will not agree for him to come out.
No, he didn't tell Buhari to contest for third time. He didn't say that.
What did he say?
Now look at what we have here. I won't say it myself. Say Buhari has the character to refuse third time in office.
Yes, actually, he has the character.
His integrity is more than that.
You cannot fool anybody. I can't fool you, you can't fool me. There is a level in which nobody can fool you. Nobody can fool you. You study, I study. Our society is full of fallacies. There are so many fallacious statements day in, day out. If you don't take time, you can be induced into something that you accept, something that you couldn't have accepted, and you accept it.
But Obasanjo tried it, and at the end of the day, he failed.
He failed, yes. Yes, he failed, because there are some people, like I said, you cannot toy with. That is why Obasanjo failed. That's me.
Now, don't you think that there are same people in this administration too? You said there are some people you can toy with.
Yes.
And don't you think there are same people in this administration?
It is a continuous process. If you face them out in this administration, the next administration you must see them also. Understand me? It's a continuous process.
Now let's quickly move down to another story here. What we have here, very, very interesting one here. Presidency can fight over terrorism. Presidency can, that's Christian Association of Nigeria, fight over terrorism.
Presidency can't.
Presidency and can, Christian Association of Nigeria, fight over terrorism.
Yes, presidency and can fight over terrorism.
It has been going on for a very long time.
Like,
the issue of terrorism.
when I say something, I will say something hypocritical.
Okay.
That in our society these days, our operation, either in individual or collectively, is full of hypocrisy. That is why I can't say so. Maybe Khan might have made a statement against presidency, because presidency play a role to fight terrorists. But they could not fight it in extent that people looking at it will say, yes, the presidency has really tried. That is why Khan came out to make that statement and fight against them. Yes, because they have not been sincere. There is a political undertone in fighting terrorism. Sincere, because there is a section of people using that terrorist to perpetrate evil and make their money. But what if you allow me to say something about this country? I can even start from morning time till the following day. Because we have been allowed ourselves to be used by external people and within ourselves. I'm telling you, we have been allowed people, even I keep on saying, people who claim to be educated, they are more foolish than those who are not educated. I keep on saying, sir, I say it authoritatively. We have been meeting ourselves. What I mean with ourselves, those educated people, we have been discussing, we have been talking, and I beat them down with my sense of, with my point of view.
Or with your wisdom.
Well, with my wisdom, thank you, with my wisdom. Because you as an educated person, we as an educated set of people, there is a way we think, because education is not only going to study your professional course. It entails so many things.
Okay.
It entails so many things. It entails objectivities, ethical process in doing things. You become a civilized person to do things. You develop. That development I'm talking about is not only by money. You can see me as the richest person with your own intelligence and development. You can develop me intellectually, you can develop me otherwise. Even though you are from north, you can come from north to south, to west, and look, big educated person, see things that can be done in this place. As far as you are here, you can transfer. And mind you, you are so patriotic in such a way that you look at your geographical area called Nigeria that belongs to you from north. I know that you are from west. From north, from west to north belong to you. That's how you think.
Well, he's right. Anybody thinking about 2023 in 2020 is sick.
Wow.
And I call it greedy politicians who only care for their own pocket and not for the people they go for. Because for Tinubu saying nobody should think about 2023, at least for once, let him think like a father. At least this is the only thing I said that since I know him, that I liked. For that one, congratulations to him. But for the idiot, we do not call him back and I'm waiting. Make him contest, I go vote for him. Make him contest.
You vote for ironically or you're serious?
I go vote for him. No, help me tell him. He should come and contest. I personally will vote for him. Why is this country being ups and down? We are not even close to 2023. We are thinking about who will success Buhari. That is very, very funny. It's very funny.
Okay, I hate this country. Which country?
But for the boss, Jagaban, as like I congratulate him for that idea. As like that is to show us that's a true father. For that, it's a true father. It's like he's spoken well for us. At least for once, let him speak the minds of the youth. But for the idiot with the fight succession, make he vote, make he come do campaign. Me, I go vote for him.
Don't you think Tinubu also is eyeing that seat?
On that aspect, don't say like I said. Until we get to the bridge, we will cross it. Anybody can hide the seat. Even you, if they give you, you go there. So Tinubu eyeing the seat is not an error. Everybody want to rule this country. Everybody want to bring out what he has to offer. So Tinubu eyeing the seat or not eyeing the seat is none of my business. But for him telling us that nobody should think of succession by now is very right.
It's too early.
It's too early to think of that. Right. But for succession, anybody is permitted to contest. This is a free country and this is a democracy for that. So for him eyeing the seat is not bad.
Okay. For the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying that 2023 talk now is unnecessary. It shows how patriotic he is. It shows that he has the love of the country at heart. Barely, not up to 2 years, that we just had the previous past election. So what we should be looking into is how to develop the economy, how people should feel the dividends of democracy, because we still have about 3 years to go before for the next election to be held. So what we should be thinking of is all the promises made, how they are going to be fulfilled by the present administrations. Okay. Understand? I think that is the necessary thing. So it shows that he has the love of the nation at heart. Yeah, you know, as a human, you understand? Power, I think after having money, the next thing one would think of is power.
It's power.
So it shows how great he is when you talk about his person, his character, for him to refuse third term. So if he can refuse third term, I think it shows that he has shown his integrity. And the whole nation will say wow to that. Because for me, if you ask me to become Mr. President today, I would like to die there as a person.
You'd like to die there?
Yeah, because there's nothing that is as unique as power. You wake up, people look onto you. Whatever that comes out of your mouth becomes news. If you are going to bed, people will say His Excellency is going to bed. So it's unique. The next thing to God is power.
And this is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Vice and the South Newsstands on Flip TV. Endeavor to join us next time as we bring you interesting topic at the newsstands. Michael Adekunle still remains my name, of course, the handsome man. Behind the camera is Ola Ibitoye. In the studio, I have Bamishe Alao and Michael Ojo. Keeping it real, don't forget to subscribe to our sister channel talking about Flip TV Plus. Flip TV Plus, FLIP TV and PLUS. Flip TV Plus. Michael Adekunle saying goodbye to you.